Welcome everyone to our Temple Sinai Hanukkah Chopped, our first annual Chopped competition. We are so excited to have you here and all of our viewers who are hopefully tuning in. In a minute, we'll introduce our wonderful contestants, but first, a little background about Chopped. As you might know, this is a popular show on the Food Network, and the premise of the show is that the contestants are giving a mystery bag of ingredients that they have to create into something that's pretty delicious. So today, our three contestants will have 30 minutes to create one dish using the 6 secret ingredients that we sent them home with. They're allowed to use any of their pantry items or things they have in their household, but the dish must be vegetarian or dairy. After the dish is created, their own families will get to taste the dish and let us know what it tastes like. Since we can't taste it, we'll be judging it based off of appearance and how closely they follow the directions and how creatively they use the ingredients.
Today, we are joined by Eric Berger, Steve Calise, and Lauren Gladstone, 3 distinguished chefs from Temple Sinai. I'm going to ask our contestants to tell us a little bit about themselves before we get started. Eric, you start us off.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Eric Berger. I have been cooking since I was roughly about 16. There's Sarah. I am a trained chef. I've been working since then. I actually did start my own business recently due to the pandemic. I was coming unemployed due to the pandemic, but I have my own business called Burgers Bites, burgersbites.net. I'll do a little plug. And yeah, so I do fresh made challah dough, pizza dough. I just made pizza donuts this morning for Rosh Hashanah, for Hanukkah. What holiday, man? For Hanukkah, and that's about it. I started doing cooking for Cook for a Friend way back when I was in Hebrew school, and it's got me started. So that's my little elevator speech.
Awesome. Now on to Steve.
Hey, I'm Steve Calise. I'm a trained chef. I've been in the business for about 35 years. I've worked all over the country and all over the world. Formerly trained in London. I did apprenticeship in France and Italy for a year. Came back to the States, worked in New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, Arizona. I've been around. Enjoyed cooking, always have my entire life. I think I was meant to be in the cooking world, and I'll tell you how. Because when I was in high school, I was taking a woodshop class, and the very first thing that I ever made in woodshop class was this cutting board.
Wow.
It's freshman year of high school. It's seen a lot of different places and a ton of different food. So it's had it with me, and it's been a part of my life, but I think that's how I knew that I was a chef.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren. I am a plant-based chef. I don't have any formal training per se, but I've been cooking my entire life. I'm very fortunate to have a mom who was a fantastic cook, originally from Europe. So I was very fortunate to be able to travel a lot and experience lots of different types of cuisine. My father traveled a lot to the Far East, so there was a lot of Asian-inspired cooking in my house. Spending a lot of time in Asian supermarkets, learning really on the fly. And so now I am a plant-based chef. I have a certificate in plant-based nutrition from Cornell, and that's about it. So I'm excited to be here today.
Wow. I love hearing these stories. It's really interesting because Shira and I see all of our contestants around the synagogue, and I certainly did not know about either of your classical cooking. So we're so lucky to have such talented chefs with our Chopped. So hopefully this challenge will be interesting. So we'll get started. The first thing you're going to do is you are now free to open your bags.
Awesome.
Hey.
And get started. Shira is going to keep the time. So I guess once you open the bags, we'll give you a second to take a peek and see
right.
what's there.
What do we got?
I'm doing it.
Corn tortilla chips, sea salt. We're from Sprouts. I've never shopped there, so that's good.
Oh, awesome.
Decided to try out our local establishment. That's new.
Organic unsalted tahini. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do with that.
Fantastic.
Oh, lot good mix.
Right? How perfect.
Hanukkah chopped without throwing in some latke
Look.
mix.
Aklit. All right.
Oh,
okay.
absolutely. We're only doing one dish, right?
One dish.
Organic
Oh, boy.
fuyu. Okay.
These are my ingredients. Awesome.
Purple Peruvian potatoes. Sweet potatoes.
Awesome.
The sweet potato. Another sweet potato. And dark chocolate.
Purple sweet potatoes. All right.
Sweet potatoes.
All right. Are you guys think you have some
And
ideas
persimmons.
in your heads about what you're gonna do?
Sure.
All
Yeah.
right. Shira, why don't
I
you
think so.
hit the timer? We can get started.
All right, go to it.
All right.
Awesome.
I'm getting going. I'm gonna get my stuff.
Here we go. I hope that this dish has some kind of Asian infusion, being that Lauren mentioned her love for spices and Asian cuisine. This is so exciting.
Can
No,
you
I
guys
can't wait to see
see?
what they mean.
Yeah, we can
Yes,
see.
perfect.
If I do it like that, is that good?
Great.
Do it, Dad. Do it. I'm doing it.
Wow, these ingredients are ridiculous.
All right, so we're gonna do this.
Shira,
Put a little thought in them.
a virtual high five, Shira, for our creative.
Awesome.
So an ingredient that Sydney and I have been really into lately is tahini.
Tahini.
So yes, I'd never really
Now,
cooked with it before,
We
but
have to
lately
use.
I
We
have.
have to use all the ingredients.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wait,
use
those
them all.
potatoes are purple on the inside. I did not realize that.
Yeah, purple
Yes.
potatoes.
The
Purple sweet potatoes.
They're awesome.
They taste the same as a regular sweet potato, just FYI.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
They're just prettier.
What?
They're just prettier.
They are just prettier.
Next year for Thanksgiving, I'll surprise all my guests with mashed purple sweet potatoes.
Now, I will say that perhaps they have a little bit of different flavonoids and antioxidants because of its color, kind of like a blueberry, so perhaps there's some nutritional benefit there. It's good to mix things up.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I would say.
I'm most interested in the use of the tortilla chips.
What?
Right, so
The
I want to see
tortilla.
what. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Shira and I have definitely been on a tahini kick. I don't know if any of our viewers have tuned into our tuba video that I did with one of our other congregants, Matchmaker, and I made tahini blossom cookies. I found out peanut butter for tahini. It's another savory or sweet dishes, and I know Shira's been cooking a lot with it in savory dishes too.
Yep. All about the savory, but you can add sweets. So Sydney delivered some tahini sugar cookies to me.
I happen to like it a lot. I think it also depends on the type of tahini that you get. I think there's difference in quality, but I think it's a really nice, creamy flavor. I like it. It's a great alternative to like a nut butter, really. So I like to use it in dressings a lot.
Too. I've been doing that lately, making tahini dressing.
And I've been making a lot of tahini desserts lately because I think there's nothing more delicious than tahini in a sweet dish instead of a savory thing. So brownies, cookies, you name it.
Recently, so I wouldn't have thought to put tahini, but it does, as Sydney said, it could sub for almost a peanut butter. So it's a really good versatile ingredient.
I really love how Eric's sous chef is standing on the counter. That's I see.
We're not going to tell anybody that.
Let's watch those. Let's watch those toes.
See your little feet. Oh,
We're
we
not
have
gonna-
a mandolin.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
know.
admiring the knife skills of Steve.
That could be maybe some kind of like gratin or something. I don't know. Or
Maybe.
potato chip.
That's what I said earlier.
Can you tell I watch a lot of Food Network?
Right. Dad's using the knife.
Yeah, the knife's coming out, Sarah.
Here, you want to sit right here?
The other ingredient I'm really excited about is the persimmon, because honestly, I didn't really even know what one was. I've never tried it.
Quick note, my next door neighbor has a persimmons tree.
That is very
That's
bizarre.
the coolest thing. And every other year it produces fruit. So this year it produced fruit, next year it will not produce fruit.
That's so interesting.
Amazing. And it's the most beautiful, like the whole tree lights up like this. It's amazing.
Wow.
Whole thing.
It's interesting because today I was at the Korean market and people were buying their persimmons by the like caseload. So it must be persimmon season. So that was pretty cool that we picked something so seasonally.
Ooh, now my hands are purple.
So cool.
Yeah, so I actually have one here. Picked up an extra. I was gonna maybe taste it.
You're a
That's the
taste
time.
curious what it tastes like.
I'll have to get my own.
All right.
What's in there?
A little bit of salt.
I'm in my own kitchen too. A little inspiration from our chef.
I'm in my studio, my chop studio. Oh, I see some eggs going into Steve's bowl. Maybe some kind of a batter. That could be something that's happening with eggs. Shira, what does it taste like?
You know, it's funny because I was reading that it tastes a little bit like a mango. It's mild. It's a mild flavor.
If they're really ripe, they can be very sweet. But if not, they're super sour.
This is not, and I have no idea how to gauge their ripeness. So I don't know what you'll come up with from what I picked. But do you cook with persimmons ever?
No, I haven't actually. I've eaten it before, but I've never cooked with it. Looks nice, fleshy. It's very pretty.
Hands.
Not sour, the one I'm eating. Good, actually. Quite good. Who knew?
Who knew?
And the skin is edible, so I don't know. Even though it looks a little tomatoey, but
Like a sweet tomato situation.
yeah. I think I got a fuyu
It
person.
might sound like an airplane is in my kitchen. It's actually my air fryer. So
Ooh,
Oh, the air fryer.
fryer. Okay. I love my air fryer. Huge fan. I make a lot of interesting egg rolls, all different types. My go-to.
I think that's my next piece of equipment.
It's pretty fun.
That's the only thing that I don't have right now.
I love an air fryer. I bought an air fryer and Instant Pot at the same time. I use my air fryer 10 times more
I
than
love my Instant Pot. I use that, and I just bought a Blackstone flat top for outside.
Ooh, that's cool.
I've had so much fun through this whole pandemic. We bought it in the beginning. Every single thing I think I've made out there. I even have it ready to go for tonight.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Ooh.
We may do an outside appearance. I got a couple of kids out there. They'll be so excited.
That's awesome. I feel like that would be good for some like fried rice action.
Oh, we did fried rice. Breakfast I can do on the whole bacon, pancakes, hash browns, eggs, everything all on the flat top. I feed them all.
Love it. That's pretty cool.
don't make sounds.
Taking the skin off of the persimmon, I'm noticing. That's
Yeah,
the
sure.
persimmon.
Say hi. Come say hi.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see some
Ooh.
chickpeas going in.
Chickpeas.
And garlic. Okay.
Mm.
This action.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, look who we have here.
So this is how
Harrison, you have
this is my
grown.
oldest son. So also during the pandemic,
Jeez.
I had to go through a little midlife crisis because my son is 2 inches taller than me.
You see that?
At the beginning of this pandemic, and now he is 2 inches taller than me at the end. And he
Wild.
just made the high school basketball team.
Oh, good for you.
Is that not
Congratulations.
fantastic?
That's awesome.
Awesome. All right, I definitely think that Eric's working on some kind of hummus situation. I see the lemon juice, the garlic.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
We are a fan of the hummus.
Are a huge fan of the hummus. That tahini looks good, nice and pourable. That's you could tell it's a good tahini when you can just pour it right out of the container. I learned that from our.
You have to shake it up because if you don't
Yeah.
Yes.
shake it, it's gonna get all.
You don't want the oils to
It was just on. Jen's camera shy. She's actually on the floor crawling to get ice.
Oh, wait, we see her.
Is that not hilarious?
Hi, Jen. So will she taste your food for us?
Oh yeah, no, she'll eat it. She's just not.
Awesome. Well, we need to hear the opinions of the residents of your homes because we can't eat them, unfortunately, even though we'd love to.
You know, I'm thinking next year an in-person shops. We get everyone their own little station with their, with their those little burners and have a whole that's my dream here.
Oh boy,
That's
We could do
a
it.
dream.
That'd be fun.
What is the dream? I did not hear that.
Oh, to have chopped in person and have you guys set up like in the bed with little burners and all the stuff and pantry, like really make a nice chopped set.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
using like a mini blender. I don't have one of those.
Ninja.
Little Ninja.
Can't go wrong with that.
Those seem like they would be quite handy in that size.
Dad, that's the size I have, and I make a lot of stuff in there. It's really good for small batches of stuff.
My Cuisinart's huge, which is only why I bring it out once a year. It will make its appearance this week. It comes out to make potato latkes. And it did come out to make hummus now that we're into making that. But
I have a
making our latkes.
processor for that doesn't have the attachment, so it's really good for like hummus or like chopping herbs and stuff, like making a quick little sauce. Speaking of latkes, I feel like you can make some really interesting latkes with these ingredients. I don't know, maybe a purple sweet potato latke. Later tonight, I'll be trying my hand at a scallion, like pancake style latke. So,
Yum.
Sydney's trying to make a latke a day.
It's true.
Last night she made a latke burger. So using the
Ooh,
latkes
yum.
as a bun.
Oh, that sounds great.
It was.
It
really
looks pretty awesome.
I have to make the latkes for all of our families in the Pennsylvania area. I am the residential latke maker.
Like once you're good at latke making, you just become the latke maker. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. I learned, I don't know about you guys, but is there someone in your life, like a family member that kind of inspired your cooking? I know for
Oh yeah.
that I really learned how to cook from my grandmother on my dad's side, and he loves to cook. And my grandmother, I remember going to her house and learning how to make chopped liver and grinding it with her old-fashioned grinder. And one of the only things I really wanted from, through my life before she passed away was that old grinder. It's one of my like prized possessions, I guess, much like your cutting board, Steve. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your inspiration, someone that inspired you?
So I'll tell you, it's very similar to yours. When I got into it, after I came back from culinary school, my grandmother was sick, and we went down to Florida to visit with her. And she's 100% Italian, from Italy, speaks Italian, mostly Italian. But we went to visit her for the last time, sadly. So my grandmother brought me into her kitchen, sat down on a bar stool, and went through each one of her recipes with me for 3 days. And we cooked every single thing she had in her little 3x5 card holder. And she taught me how to do all of my specialties and my Italian cooking, and the basis of the cooking was there. The hard part about it was she gave me the 3x5 cards at the end in the box, and to this day, my father's family will not talk to me.
Wow.
Isn't that sad? Because my grandmother gave me the recipes, the secret recipes, and they were all so mad that they won't talk to me. Not fair.
No, but
I love those handwritten recipe cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
I
all. It's
have
the
a few
best.
of
With all the
those.
scratches and scribbles on them.
my mom in Florida, she and I still send each other recipes through snail mail because she doesn't email like my pop-up does. And every once in a while I'll get a note from her and I see it in her little envelope with her handwriting, and there's always some kind of a recipe either that she clipped out or wrote for me. And I can barely read her handwriting, but I have them, and it's someday I'll pass this on to my daughter, who hopefully will like to cook, but it's something special because it's their handwritten and it's like you can't recreate that,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The tricky part about the handwritten is on my grandmother's recipe. My grandmother passed away several years ago. She wrote like 1 glass up. I'm like, a glass? Is that a cup? Like
What is it?
You can't really like figure out the like measurements sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
a handful of this, a pinch of that.
Exactly. So the recipes are sometimes hard to decipher. So
Eric, how about you? Is there someone in your life that kind of inspired your love for cooking?
Probably my mom. I would always help her in the kitchen. And then it just kind of grew from there, as far as being hands-on, helping out, doing the cook for a friend thing in Hebrew school, and then it just kind of grew from there. So
I also did cook for a friend at Hebrew school.
Yeah, we did it.
I was not into cooking then. But it was fun.
For the not Newman. Wow, that's preschool. No, the Newman Center, I guess. Abramson Center. I don't even know.
I don't know where we delivered food, but it was a program that, we donated the food. There is still a group that pre-pandemic was cooking monthly at the synagogue, which is hopefully all that stuff will resume.
That's how I got to Temple Sinai. As
yes.
Remember, I was teaching at Gratz the Food for Thought class, which was a cooking class, and we donated food to different places to prepare meals. And so I ended up at Temple Sinai teaching that class and never left. And that class was a lot of fun, and a lot of kids joined because they like to cook and they like to do a mitzvah. So it is a really nice way to start. And I always try to, we talk a lot about cooking food and making things that are worth eating, and because our, people that need food still deserve to have a nice, well-balanced meal. So we always try to get creative and, use interesting things, especially because we cook the vegetarian foods here. So, oh, I see the persimmon is being peeled again. Shira, that might be a trick. Did you eat yours on? Are there seeds in a persimmon? I see little holes. I can't tell if there's seeds in there.
They normally do.
Oh, okay.
These are like.
Oh wait.
These barely have any in them. They're really good, but the skin is too hard to eat unless you cook it.
Interesting. Shira, do you see what I see in the waiting room?
No. No.
Oh wait, okay.
We are at the halfway mark.
Ooh, look at those
15 minutes to go.
crispy potatoes.
Some.
Oh, and the Hanukkah plate, love it. So on theme.
Chopping.
I don't know what that is. Steve, what are you chopping over there?
Jalapenos.
Ooh.
I love a good jalapeno.
Wait until you see this.
In fact, today I bought some Thai chilies, and I don't know if you frequent the Korean market, but they come in a very large package. So
yes.
I have about enough Thai chilies to last me a lifetime. So I will be passing this on to a friend who also enjoys spicy food because it's a lot. Shira, you want some Thai chilies?
I'll take some Thai chilies. We'll figure out a way to incorporate it into the latkes.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know what I feel like they're very spicy, but they're very small. So I don't want to use too many because they're small in size, I feel like they pack a big punch. But we'll see.
Do you like hot sauce?
I do.
So what I do with my peppers, because I buy from a big bulk, I roast them and I make my own hot sauce.
Ooh, that's a good tip.
Then you could do that with all your leftovers.
I could.
Yep.
I smelled something.
Watch it.
I smelled.
Watch out, Sarah?
We just
Sarah
heard that
smells
we smell
something.
something. That's a good sign that we're smelling good stuff because we don't have smell-o-vision on these Zoom calls. So I'm gonna trust Sarah Berger. I think that was Sarah who said that she
That
smells.
was.
Sarah, good reporting. I think there's a future for you. There you go. Hey, Sarah.
I think she's wearing an apron.
Best
Mini sous chef.
So cute. The sound is so cute.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Oh my God, I love it.
Try that at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I have. I've been there twice. Thank you. It's a whole different world as they become teenagers. It's a different sound they make. Usually coming from different places.
All of our contestants have used our sweet potato in different ways.
Really? Can't say I'm being the most original, but we'll see.
Okay. Ooh, putting the latke mix in something. What will it be? We'll see at the end. The big reveal.
I've never used this before.
You know what? A lot of our contestants have said similar things, that it's not something that they're as familiar with or they don't cook with it. But it is good to note, for like we mentioned before, that potato pancake mix is some kind of potato and seasoning. So it has flavoring already in it. Very simple ingredients, but you know, we'll see how it turns out. Oh, the tahini's coming out. Now things are getting exciting.
Oh, yeah. The hardest part about the tahini is the separating.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm always amazed at on these shows how these people can cook without really measuring very much.
Yeah.
Sort of amazing.
You know,
I just know I can't keep up with the camera.
Using the mix.
Latkes. That's
Those
cool.
latke mixes
Maybe
actually
some kind
are
of
quite
layered
good.
situation. I'm thinking some kind of layered situation.
Those look good, those purple sweet potatoes.
Me too. Oh, and the tortilla chips. I almost forgot about those, Shira.
Oh, I can't forget about those.
I mean, what's not to love about a tortilla chip? I've never met a tortilla chip I don't love, so.
Either.
We had some fun ideas of what we might do with the tortillas.
gotta wash the
Besides
hands.
dipping them in salsa.
Shira and I today were brainstorming what we would do, and one of the ideas was crushing them up and breading something with the potato latke mix. So I don't know if I'm giving anyone's secrets away, but that would be what I would maybe do with it.
The other wild card ingredient is going to be that dark chocolate.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one too.
Let's not forget about the sweet and the savory.
I got
So
so distracted with that interesting persimmon that I forgot about the other cool ingredients. And the chocolate is interesting because it's dark chocolate and it's not dairy. So it could be used for vegan dishes, which is neat. So it can really go both ways. I know that chocolate, like tahini, can be used in savory dishes. I know in a lot of Mexican cuisine, they add it to spicy things like mole sauce, I believe, has chocolate in it. And sometimes put chocolate in chili. So, oh, there we go. Now we have a good view of what Eric's up to.
yeah, we're getting a little closer look at what he's got going on there with his latke mix.
Maybe, or some.
Flaxseed, yes.
right.
I'm using it as an egg substitute.
Okay. Maybe
Oh,
some kind of a latke situation, or maybe a gnocchi situation. I don't know. It could be anything right now. There's potatoes, potato pancake mix, and flax seeds. So, Lauren, can you tell us how you use flax seeds as an egg substitute for our non-vegan friends who might not know?
Absolutely. So flaxseed has to be ground, first of all, for many reasons. First, for you to have your nutritional value, because otherwise the way it came in, unfortunately, is the way it's going to go out. When you mix it with water and you let it sit for a little bit, which is what I'm going to do, it actually becomes like gelatinous the same way that an egg would. So it works well as a binder. It's high in omega-3s and omega-6s, so it's actually incredibly healthy for you. It's those healthy fats that are good to have. So that's it. I use it as a baking substitute, not for everything. Typically not for sweet dishes because it definitely has a little bit of a taste to it. So I think you have to know what you're getting yourself into. But that is the story. But I do think that it's a great it's a great binder. I use it a lot in vegetable. That's what I want to make. I use it a lot in vegetable dishes.
Ah, that's good to know. If anyone wants to try a vegan substitute, get yourself some ground flax seeds.
The latke mixes were popular because when I went to purchase them, there were very few on the shelves. So a lot of people are using that latke mix this year if they're not making it homemade.
I'm opening up a can of beans in case you're wondering.
Beans, all right.
What kind? What kind of beans?
Great Northern beans. So it's a white bean.
Yum.
Has a nice creamy texture to it.
Yeah, and you should save that bean juice. I saw recently for any of my preschool families watching, you can beat the bean juice up and it makes a nice sensory foam that's edible and safe. And you can add some food coloring to it and something if you wanted to, use all the parts of your canned beans. Whip up your bean juice. Oh, and I see the frying pan's out, ready for those latkes.
There's something on the stove.
I wonder if you could turn that latke mix in some kind of like gnocchi situation. That's the other thought I had. Oh, Steve has a plate. Is he starting to plate his dish? I don't know.
I'm getting real close.
Getting close. Okay.
There's a lot going on back there. On the
What's my
stove.
time?
Just under 10 minutes. They're looking good.
Ooh, or some kind of like latke filling for like a knish, like using that latke mix to make like a knish filling. I feel like that could be interesting. Because basically, as we've researched, the latke mix is really just potatoes and some seasoning and potato starch. So it is kind of a good basic thing that you could probably turn into lots of different things. Oh, I see a grater. Is that cheese Eric's working on? Now you're speaking my language over there with the cheese.
No.
No.
It's the chocolate.
Oh, the chocolate. That's different.
My microplaner.
Ooh.
I do like that. I use that a lot. I probably will use it a little bit later today. Later today. Within the next few minutes, I'm sure.
I do like a microplane myself. I use it for garlic very often because it's better than crushing it because it's annoying to get it to clean the garlic crusher. So I like to good microplane the garlic in like basically everything. Oh, that thing's cool. Look at that. Chocolate cheese.
It's good.
Hey, I never met a chocolate I didn't like either, but this looked really good. It's organic.
Toasty bread. Eric, is that your air fryer? You can do like, it has like little. That's interesting. It's like a toaster oven style. Interesting. Fancy grating.
I like that.
Oh, this is so much fun. And it comes with a couple of attachments. So you can, it's one of those Instagram impulse buys or Facebook purchases. But they are great. And it has different attachments so you can make things sliced.
Ooh, that thing's cool.
Yeah, I hope so.
Especially on the holiday. It's all about the fry.
That is right.
The other food that I now have started eating, inspired by Sydney on Hanukkah, is mozzarella sticks.
Well, that's very Hanukkah-like dish.
Cheese.
Actually, it is.
Fried cheese.
In case you don't know, one of my favorite
Fried.
Hanukkah heroes, I'll tell you why. One of my favorite Hanukkah heroes is Judith, who was this vixen who basically snuck in and seduced one of the commanders for the opposing army, got him inebriated, and in his while what goes good with wine is cheese, and she's giving him all this cheese, salty cheese, to get him really thirsty, and he kept drinking his wine until he passed out, and she basically helped win by chopping his head off.
Oh,
That's
the
the,
story.
that's the tradition of the salty cheese eating.
So eat salty cheese in honor of my girl Judith. If you want to Google her and read the whole story, go ahead. It's I'm sure can read up on it yourself. I'm no rabbi, but I do enjoy a good Hanukkah heroine. So there you go.
Eric, have you done anything with your purple potatoes yet?
Yeah, they're right there.
Are they done?
Yeah.
They look good. That's what I wanted to do to them.
Those are so cool.
They look great.
Sarah, what do you think? How's it smelling over there? How's it going? Is it good?
Is it good?
She's into it. Oh. Latkes are going in.
Now we're back to see. Oh, the tahini's being opened. Okay. Oh, were those sweet potatoes in boiling? Is that something?
Baby.
Potato mash?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Baby.
That's a good idea.
I like where that's going. What do you see have now?
I think garlic.
Garlic.
Okay.
Garlic. I've been making a lot of salad dressing with tahini.
Good stuff. I was making a lot of granola with tahini, and that was really delicious.
I love
That was delicious.
Put a little bit more chocolate in there. We're good.
Ooh, the tortilla chips.
All right, tortilla chips.
I mean, who doesn't love a tortilla chip?
What?
Who doesn't love a tortilla chip?
I know. The question is how.
What about one I didn't like?
Me either. Reminds me of the days when you could go to a Mexican restaurant and fill up on chips before your main course comes. Those are the days.
The good old
Those
days.
are the days.
Good old days.
The good old days.
Dining out.
Hopefully they'll come back.
I hope so.
They will eventually. Delicious. Sydney has been bringing me many treats. The granola was delicious. All right, 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Is that chocolate, Steve? The chocolate, you think, Sid?
I think so, maybe. Everyone's looking real intense in this last 7 minutes of
Making
this
it count.
competition. Oh, I see some plates happening over here. Let's go back to Eric. Okay.
Oh, that's looking delicious.
Ooh. That's my kind of plate. It looks like something to dip, something to crunch on.
So I'm back in the fryer.
Very good in here. Eric, do your kids eat all the foods that you cook for them?
No.
Oh, bummer. Steve, what about you? Your kids, do they appreciate having a chef for their dad?
I tell you, they're very adventurous.
They'll try anything once, and if they don't like it, they don't like it again. But they're good. They'll try anything. Harrison, the older one, is like more of a meat and potatoes guy. Davis, my younger one, is he'll eat anything.
Awesome.
And my older son Harrison is actually taking a cooking class in his freshman year, and so he does it from home, just like this.
Oh wow,
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
that's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of people during this pandemic have done at-home cooking classes. And they really do work. It's a great format for them.
I prefer homemade latkes, not the box. I mean, I personally like fresh latkes, so I haven't really used box mix in a long time.
In fact, I was actually going to say that when I was we were writing our notes about the latke mix. I think I even wrote that it's a popular cheat to latkes, because I too agree that there's nothing quite like a homemade, and as my dad would say, it has to be hand grated. Like food processor for him, not the same thing. He has to, like, if his knuckles aren't bleeding from grating his food, it's not Hanukkah. That and a good black cast iron pan. To him, if it doesn't have those two things, it's not worth it.
Sydney, do you hand grate yours?
Depends. Last night I did because I was making a small batch. But last year when I had family over, I did break out the food processor to grate them quicker.
Right. We use the food processor for that.
Yeah. But for only like 2 or 3 potatoes, I just hand grate them because it's just less of a pain to schlep out the whole food processor.
Or you can go to the store and you can get the already shredded potato and don't have to worry about grating anything.
That's what I use, Eric. It works great.
It's great. It
Saves you hours of time.
Yes, no pun intended. It works great.
What a good trick for everyone who's watching to get the already grated potatoes.
It's in the refrigerated meat department. It's like it's a green bag. It's already shredded potato. It's not the stuff that would be in the freezer section. It's refrigerated.
Interesting.
And it's real potato.
Use that, but maybe I will have to.
You have to check that out.
I always make latkes typically one night of Hanukkah. Mostly because I do not enjoy the whole house smelling like oil for longer than that. It permeates through everything. It looks like Eric's.
Oh, let's
some more plating.
There we go.
And we are down to under 3 minutes.
Go for it.
Or get all those ingredients and get everything on the plate, as they say on the show.
Right, that's like, they're like, oh no, they forgot something, it's not on the plate.
Oh no. Oh, that's looking good.
Oh, okay.
Gotta have applesauce with your latkes. I know I do.
Applesauce is good stuff.
Those purple potatoes really make a pretty presentation.
Wait until you see the persimmons.
Ooh. Dishes are looking beautiful. We're down to our last minute and a half of our Hanukkah chopped competition. Once our time has wrapped, we will let our chefs share what they have created in this short 30 minutes. And then we will ask members from their household to taste and give us an assessment of how they did.
Ben,
I'm excited for that.
grab the boys and have them come sit around the table.
She doesn't hate it.
She does.
She likes it. She likes it.
Maybe some spices. What's she bringing out?
Gonna taste that food chocolate.
By their parents.
Oh, okay. And Harrison and you.
Yeah, and I can also, we can film them and bring it out the next.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
Yeah, we'll move, I'll carry that and you can move the camera.
Okay, we're gonna move outside because my
Cool.
tasting panel is outside.
You got it. Go for it. We'll
Awesome.
focus on what Eric's doing while you're doing that.
It's not my finest presentation, but I do a little bit of a smorgasbord, not one set of.
Love it. Looking good.
And good. 30 seconds left.
Let's go over here.
All right, so I have us all back on the screen here while we're watching the last minute or last 30 seconds or so unfold before we get into our thing. I'll tell you that both dishes look really interesting.
10 seconds left. These were very creative uses. I can't wait to hear
Can
what
you
they did.
see?
Oh, yeah.
What, Sarah?
All right, and we are out of time.
All right.
All right. Woo.
Great job.
All right, we're gonna move outside, okay?
Perfect.
Once Steve moves out to his tasting location, we'll ask him to explain what their dish is.
3, 2, 1. Time is up.
Blast off. Woohoo!
Yay.
All right.
All right, let's see what it looks
Oh,
like. Ooh.
that's gorgeous.
All right.
Don't let her out the door.
Okay, boys, we're gonna be filmed. Is that okay? Everyone's gonna
Close
go
the door
on?
behind us. Close the door behind us. Harrison, close the door behind me. Close the door behind me.
Oh, we have a whole crew of some familiar faces over there.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Brendan.
We got Brendan and we got Jake Levine.
Jake.
Wow. Hey, guys.
Can you see it?
We can see it.
Yes.
So we're going to spotlight.
We will ask Sinai. I just want to make sure he brings, I just want to see a closer version of Steve's dish.
Yeah, we're going to
Perfect.
spotlight Steve first here because, okay, look at that dish. Steve, why don't you tell us what is on that plate? It looks awesome.
Okay, so what I did was I took my potatoes, my purple potatoes, and I turned them into a purple potato hummus. So I used the tahini in the purple potatoes with a little garlic and lemon juice, salt and pepper. Underneath that, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but I made a cup out of the latke mix, the pancake mix. So I made 3 like a stack and I cut a hole in the middle and I stuffed that inside. If you could see on top, that's a persimmons and jalapeno salsa on top, okay? And the drizzle around the side is a sriracha mole that I made with the chocolate.
Ooh.
These guys are excited. They're like dying to eat it.
I was going to say, that sounds awesome. I'm coming over after this.
You got it. As long as you have a mask, you come on my deck.
Oh, wait, COVID, bummer. Definitely, that looks amazing. So creative. I love that you use the potatoes. I was thinking mashed potatoes myself, but a hummus, that's so great.
That's a great idea.
Is that neat? All right, the boys are going to try. We want the boys to try it now?
Perfect. Yeah, boys, why don't you give it a taste? And
Go ahead,
that's
boys.
great. While they're tasting
Take
it,
a
we're
picture,
going
take
to
a
spotlight Eric to tell us what he
No.
And then we'll go back to the boys. See
Yes.
what they thought.
All right, Eric, what do you
Eric.
got there? That looks like a real good snack plate of sorts.
Yeah, so we just did a little bit of a snack plat, a little appetizer platter. I had some challah. So I did some toasted challah with some apple, with a honey apple butter, topped with a persimmon, and then garnish it with some of the chocolate shavings. To make it like a little nice little sweet little treat there. We did some sweet potato, purple sweet potatoes in the air fryer. Chips, just regular tortilla chips for the hummus. Traditional hummus because my crew is very traditional. And then along with just regular traditional latkes and applesauce.
That's awesome. Let your crew dig in.
Sarah, dig in. Okay, we'll go back to
Well, it is. So I took
Go ahead, eat it.
But I melted the chocolate down and added sriracha and some tomato product. Sit down. Roll it. All right. Spicy.
All right.
No, it's probably good.
Eat something, Sarah.
Sarah, you want to
So
check?
guys, we want to hear from you. At Steve's crew,
Go ahead.
Jake, Brendan, Harrison, what do you guys think?
I haven't had the.
By the way,
What is the middle
This
part?
is a competition. So we're good. You judges.
And judge.
Okay, you understand. Just making sure that they understand that.
Do you like it, Matthew?
The greatest.
How is it, guys?
Boy,
Here,
it's
Matthew,
tough.
this is your fourth.
How was the hummus? How was the
It's really good.
mole?
Describe it like you were on a TV show talking about
Pretty
food.
good. The hummus is unbelievable.
Do you want some of the Laco?
Anything better than I made in Miss Blackwell's class?
I mean, well, that's not saying much.
Okay.
Say, the hummus and the chocolate mole situation, that's good.
So interesting.
That's awesome. Hey, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, perfect.
They seem to be eating it, so that's a good sign.
It
All right.
seems to be
It
disappearing.
definitely
quickly.
tastes like hummus and not potatoes. So.
Okay.
Interesting.
Eric, let's see what your crew is. Looks like they're really enjoying that. Guys, what do you think?
That's awesome. Yeah.
Matthew, what are you eating? Did you guys try the toast? I want to hear about that.
Eat the challah with the
I
persimmon.
wanted to hear about the challah.
Seriously.
Go ahead, take a bite.
With the apple butter, something fancy, very good.
The kids are so cute.
Chew with your mouth closed.
Ryan, how is it?
They look like they love
Sarah?
What do you think?
it. How cute she is.
Is it good, Sarah?
Kind of shy.
Hi. Hi.
How's the hummus?
Hi.
How's the hummus?
Talk about hummus, boys.
Harrison.
You guys both did a hummus
Oh,
using
cool.
the tahini. Eric did a classic. You did the with the purple sweet potato. That was very cool.
Awesome. That looks
Yeah.
delicious. Lauren, why don't you tell us about what is on your plate?
Okay, so what we have here today, folks, is a sweet potato latke burger with a persimmon chocolate tahini sauce with a little bit of tortilla chips to give it a crunch, to add some texture to it. In the sauce is onions, clementines, chocolate, and tahini. I feel like they all kind of go well together, and the persimmon gives it a little bit of thickness to the sauce, and I think it also gives it a little nice little bit of creamy taste to it. And that's about it, really. And there's also in the burger, it is onions, sweet potatoes, some of that sweet potato, the potato pancake mix, some Great Northern white beans, some flaxseed, and that's it. And I put a little bit of salt and herb de Provence.
Nice.
Looks delicious. So now we need it.
We
We need our taster.
All right, Adam, you ready to taste?
Oh boy.
Come on over.
Adam, we're counting on you to not
Hey,
only
Adam.
taste but describe what you're tasting.
Welcome to Hanukkah Chopped.
We have lots of awesome guests today, including Adam Gladstone, who's taking a bite of the burger.
Okay, Adam, what's the
Messy with the
verdict?
He's thinking.
Very good. Very, very, very good.
What are you tasting? What do you like specifically? What are you enjoying from your bite?
The sauce has a real depth of flavor in the range of the chocolate and tahini and a little bit of citrus in it. And the caramelized onions. And then the potato latke burger tastes like a latke. And you can't go wrong with that.
I hear you.
And the crunch of the chips and just all the different textures together. One really good bite.
Wait, you missed something there.
All right. One really good bite. I love that. It looked really good. And honestly,
Very good.
I
That was
think
super
I've done in real
creative.
life. It was really creative.
The burger was really creative. Awesome.